Wagajiga Khalsa, Wagajiga Fateh. We're going to talk about the Khalsa PANTH, the Gurukhi Forge, and talk about how the Khalsa PANTH was created, and talk about all the false rituals that have crept into the traditions of the Khalsa PANTH. And we're going to give you an idea on the Khalsa spirit and nature during this talk. Yeah. The Khalsa. When Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went to give Shahidi, Guruji was beheaded, and the Guruji's body was going to be cut into pieces and put all over Delhi, and there was a fatwa given that anyone caught trying to take the body of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they will be tortured to death as well. But JATHA managed to get Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's head, and when he brought Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's head to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked him, how many people saw my father get beheaded? JATHA said thousands, and he goes, how many of Sikhs were there? Didn't no Sikh try to stop it? And he goes, I couldn't tell who was Sikh and who wasn't Sikh. And Guru Gobind Singh said, don't worry, time's going to come and I'll create such a distinct identity that the Khalsa, Gurukhi Forge, will be seen from far away in millions and millions. So if you look today, you see a Singh, it looks distinct from everybody. Even though a Rasta may look like a Singh, but a Rasta doesn't have a Qurban, a Rasta doesn't have a Qara. Get me? If a Singh's in Diyar Patiyar in a true Bana, the Singh's Rani Bani, the Singh's whole uniform is distinct from everybody else. There was AMRITSAR before Guru Gobind Singh Ji. It was called Jaran Amrit. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was in the river, disappeared for 3 days, and when he came back on Ang 150, Guru Nanak Dev Ji describes what happened in them 3 days. It goes something like this: here, my Lord and Master has summoned me, his minister, to the true mansion of his presence. So Guru Nanak Ji was summoned to Akal Purukh Waheguru. Akal Purukh Waheguru gave Guru Nanak Ji 3 instructions, and Guru Nanak Ji Dev Ji came with the river, and he had a goblet of Amrit, of water, with him. From that day on, Guruji used to dip his foot into the Amrit, into water, and it was called Jaran Amrit. And the Sikhs, the disciples of the Guru, used to drink it. This shows total surrender, total in humility, total surrender to the Guru's hukum. So that's what it represents, and it was Jaran Amrit, and people used to get initiated into the Sikhi fold through Jaran Amrit. Also, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji came, he created Sons by Khalsa, Gurukhi Forge. This was changed to Khande Bataka Amrit. So instead of the Guru's foot, it was the Tegh, it was the Khanda that was represented death, and Matsev could put the Patasi in and stuff like that. So Amrit was changed from Jaran Amrit to Khande Bataka Amrit, because the Guru Gobind Singh Ji changed it from just saints to saint soldiers, and it was compulsory. Every Sikh has to wear a Qurban, every Sikh has to duty as a Gurukhi Forge to defend humanity. The meaning of Amrit. Amrit derives from 2 words, and Ret. Means water, Amrit is a dead person alive. Yeah? So till you don't take Amrit, your soul's dead. When you take Amrit, your soul's alive. Your soul's been given rebirth. It's a new spiritual birth, and it's the beginning of a journey. Just like when you enroll into a college, you don't complete, until you don't complete college, you're not graduated. So Amrit is like the enrollment into the Guru's house. And if you read Gurban, you jump and do seva, and your soul merges one with Waheguru, you become Jivan Mukti, then you've completed the course of Sikhi. And that can only happen with Guruji's Kirpa. You get me? So at the time, there was a lot of injustice going on, and people were cowards, and Guru gave the power, the Shakti of Amrit, read the Panjabanya of it, and it transformed sparrows to fight hawks. Transformed little scared foxes into lions, made Sikhs fearless of death. The Sikh army resisted against injustice and sacrificed lives in many battles against oppression and tyranny. The Khanda is a symbol of death, and why should a Sikh be scared of death when he's drank death? You get me? So that's what represented by the Khanda, and it represents might, justice, righteousness and stuff like that. So the Amrit, Khanda Bataka Amrit's got a deep meaning behind it. It's the mortal water of a new soldier that was created by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. We're going to look at the last report. The last report is eyewitness account of an enemy spy. Yeah, he was working for Aurangzeb, and he used to be a spy in the Guru's camp. Obviously the Guru was Antajalmi, the Guru knew that he was a spy, and his journal can be still found in all libraries across the Islamic world, and I think even in libraries in London and stuff. And it was like, it explains really what happened, a first-hand view of what happened in the original Vasaki, which was in 1999. Okay, if you could just read that for a bit, and His name was Abu al-Tarif, eyewitness. He was a spy working for the enemy of the castle. He was spying on Guru Gobind Singh Ji for a year and a half. This is how the incident is recorded in his the spy's journal, yeah? On the day Guru Gobind Singh Ji prepared Amrit in Anandpur, the attendance in the Diwan was about 35 to 40,000. The Mughals had 4 throned seats of imperial power: Delhi, Agra, Lahore and Galanur. But the grandeur of Guruji's throne was in a class by itself. The grandeur of this throne was out of this world. Guruji came to the Diwan and unsheathing his sword spoke in his thundering voice that he needed a head. No questions or hesitation at all. Bhai Dayaram came forward to Guruji. Guruji right in front of all cut off his head from the body in one stroke. Everybody presented was stunned. Then Guruji again thundered and demanded one more head. Right on the Guru's call, Dharam Chand got up, came to Guruji, bowed his head and said, "Here's my offering of my head." Guruji again in one stroke cut off Dharam Chand's head from his body. Now there was a big commotion in the Diwan, but Guruji in his thundering voice went on demanding heads one after the other. Himmat Rai, Mokam Chand and Sahib Ram got up and offered their heads. Guruji cut off the heads of these 3 also. Many from the congregation went to Guruji's mother and narrated the whole happenings in the Diwan to Mataji. Guruji cleaned up the blood from the 5 bodies and heads and even washed the floor. Then the Guru of these infidels stitched one head with the other body, one by one. This process took about 3 hours. Then he covered these dead bodies with white sheets. The Guru of the infidels then took a cauldron made of stone and put an iron wok without handles on top of it, poured water into the wok and started preparing the Amrit, exile of life. The infidel Guru kept churning the water with his sword and kept on reciting his kalam, Garbani. This process went on for 1.5 to 2 hours. During this time, a lady from Guru's house came and put something in that water. Now the Amrit was ready. From the corpses took the covering sheets off. First he sat on the head of Dayaram and poured Amrit exile into his mouth, then poured some into his head and sprinkled some on his body. And then he asked the dead body to say, "Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh." As if on the Guru's command, Dayaram got up and repeated in his bold voice, "Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh." It appeared that in the entire congregation everybody was so stunned and they stopped breathing. There was pin-drop silence. All those present were memorized with the Guru's miracle. In the same manner, one after the other, Guru made the other 4 alive too. Then he took all 5 of them inside a tent. After a while, Guruji along with the 5 came out. The 5 were now wearing new attire. Those 5 risen from the dead were standing in a line. Then Guru came in front of them and took the B-Asan position of the brave, kneeling on one knee, and asked for the Amrit. At this point these 5 asked, "What are you offering to get this Amrit?" Then Guru said, "I would sacrifice my parents and my sons for your sake." Then these 5 gave Amrit to Guruji and his name was changed to Gobind Singh. The word Singh was attached with other 5s too: Daya Singh, Dharam Singh, Himmat Singh, Mokam Singh and Sahib Singh. Abu al-Tarif writes that I was very remorseful and cried like a baby. After that, thousands took the Amrit. Even I was attracted by a magnetic force and with utmost regret fell on Guru's feet. I requested Guru to give me Amrit too. Guruji already knew about my role as a spy and a traitor, put his hand on my back, gave me Amrit and changed my name to Ajmer Singh. Just with this act my sins of numerous lives got washed away. I participated in many wars. On that day I sent my last report to Aurangzeb. In this report I wrote my eyewitness account in details. I also warned Aurangzeb in the strongest possible words not to dare challenge the incarnation of God and detest from cruel policies, and that if he did not listen to act on my advice, then God forbid he would lose all his throne and family. If anybody doubts the above eyewitness account of this Vaisakhi of 1699, Guru Granth Sahib Ji says, "Some who have no faith in the Guru." So, you know, there was a tent, but the tent wasn't used to chop goats. The tent was just used to change. Obviously the Panth Singh couldn't change into Kapra in front of everyone. His women there, everyone's there, you get me? So we're going to look into a bit more details on, like, you know, false stories that have come about nowadays. Obviously we know the original version. This was the original version, you get me? So Guru Gobind, and we'll prove why it was the original version as well, with Gurbani quotes as well. So there you see Maharaj giving the Singhs Amrit, and Maharaj also taking Amrit. This is the first act in history, Ape Gurjella, first time the Prophet shown humbleness and humility and bowed down to his disciples. Do you know what I mean? So Guru Gobind Singh Ji had to take Amrit too. Just quickly look at this before we move on to the false stories that crept up, yeah? Like these days, a lot of Sikhs say, as long as I'm a good person, yeah, I don't need to take Amrit, I can get to God. But if you go to class and you want to pass, right, and he don't listen to everything the teacher says, how can he pass? Guru Gobind Singh Ji was a saint. He was the best person. He was better than good. You get me? You can't describe how good Guru Gobind Singh Ji was. You get me? It's a barb if you describe it in any limited words that we might use. So even Guruji had to take Amrit. So who are we? Do we think better than the Guru that we don't need to take Amrit? You get me? So if Guruji had to take Amrit for salvation to get back to Sachkhand, who are we? We should be following the Guru's footsteps, not saying that, you know, the Guru's my Guru, but I don't need to do what the Guru says, I can still get to God. It makes no sense. There's no logic in that. You get me? And the Retanama says, the Belly Retanama, the first instruction is to drink the ambrosia nectar of the Khanda is the primary instruction for the Sikh. He who abandons all other initiations is truly a great Sikh. You get me? That's what Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, you know what I'm saying? So Mata Sahib God added crystals, you get me? Because Amrit was mighty, it was a powerful thing, yeah? And Mata Sahib God added love and compassion and treated the Singhs for their sacrifice and added sugar and sweet. So the sword represented justice, mighty Biras, you get me? While Prem Ras was represented by the Ptase that shows love and compassion. That's what the Singhs should have, you get me? Love and compassion is the first thing. Singhs give Shahidi out of love and compassion. Only if they can love the Guru and humanity will they give Shahidi, you get me? If they're without love and compassion, you can't have the urge to fight for righteousness and justice, you get me? So false history that's written to distort Sikh history, you get me? Some misguided Sikhs said that Guru Gobind Singh Ji tricked the Sangha and cut the heads of 5 goats in a tent instead of the heads of 5 Singhs. They say this because they find it hard to comprehend that Guruji had the ability to bring back the dead to life. Why would Guruji trick his Sikhs? If Guruji was a trickster, how would his 7th Bhai Taru Singh Ji survive for 21 days without his scalp? Also, how did Baba Deep Singh Ji manage to fight with his head in one hand? Or did the so-called Sikhs doubt most of our Sikh history? If you believe that Guruji cut the head of goats off, you also doubt Gurbani and are indirectly calling Guruji a liar because Guruji asked for a Sikh's head. So basically, yeah, would Guruji deceive and lie to the Sangat? Would he say, look, I'm going to cut these things 5's heads off, ask for a head, then go and cut a goat's head off? That's like fraud, you get me? How can Guruji be a fraudster, you get me? It's like me telling a kid, yeah, or come and check my Porsche out in my garage. When I get to the garage, yeah, there's a metro. I go and tell the kid, yeah, when you go back to the Sangha, to just tell them it was a Porsche. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? How stupid is that? So people calling Guruji a liar if they don't believe in history. You get me? And plus, you know, Guruji was a form of God, get me? God worked through the Guru, innit? There was no difference between God and the Guru. So if we believe that God can't do miracles, then we don't really believe in the power of God. Then we don't really believe in God, because God can do anything, do you know what I mean? And Barney even says on Ang 1142, my Lord can raise the dead to life. Maharaj gives life, he can take life, he can bring back the dead to life. You know, there's no limit, there's no boundary to what God can do, you get me? Those who have no faith in their own minds, how can they speak of spiritual wisdom? You get me? So all these people, these little mans that go uni, tie up their dari, wear these glasses and wear red starch bugs and write all this history, you know what I mean, all this crap, you know what I mean? You're gonna believe them or you're gonna read Barney. If you don't believe in that Barney, then don't do Matadek to Guru Granth Sahib, you get me? True are those humble beings within whom faith rose up. Oh no, like they are not diluted by doubt. For those that doubt the true history of the Sikhs, the true Vaisakhi, the true version of Baba Deep Singh's stories, they're just in doubt, you get me? And Maharaj knows that, and that's why these Gurbani quotes are put beforehand. So, you know, you can tell him, yeah, read this, man, go on your way, get on your bike, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? So the Amrit Sanchar of 1699 was no ordinary thing, you get me? It was an act of God performed by Guruji through God, you get me? It was God that wanted Guruji to do it, do you know what I mean? So Khalsa is the army of God. Khalsa was created with the will of God. Sri Guru Gobind Singh writes that in Sarbar Granth. To get down, we've got Gurbani quotes and we've got common sense saying the Guru wasn't a liar or a trickster. He will never trick his Sikhs, do you know what I mean? Another Sakhi that shows God can do anything from Ang 1194, you know what I mean? Prahlad was sent to school. He took many of his friends along with him. He asked the teacher, why did you teach me about worldly affairs? Write the name of the dear Lord on my tablet. O Baba, I will not forsake the name of the Lord. I will not bother with any other lessons. Sanda and Marka went to the king to complain. They were the teachers' names, yeah, and the king was, Prahlad was the king's son. He sent for Prahlad to come at once. He said to him, stop uttering the Lord's name. I shall release you at once if you obey my words. So his dad told his son, yeah, like, you know, stop saying the Lord's name and just, you know, You know, the dad was full of ego and thought he provided everything for Prahlad. Prahlad said, why do you annoy me over and over again? God created water, land, hills, mountains. I shall not forsake the one Lord. If I did, I would be going against my guru. You might as well throw me into the fire and kill me. The king became angry and drew his weapon. Show me your protector now. So God emerged out the pillar and assumed a mighty form. He killed Harnakesh, tearing him apart with his nails. Supreme Lord God, the divinity of the divine, for the sake of his door assumed the form of the man lion. Says Kabir, no one can know the Lord's limits. He says the devotees like blood over and over again. So clearly, no one can know the Lord's limits. Those people that doubt the original Vaisakhi, they might even doubt that God took a mighty form of a lion and killed Harnakesh, who's trying to kill his own son Prahlad for worshipping the Lord, worshipping Waheguru, you get me? So you're gonna believe them dodgy historians, or you're gonna believe in Barney? It's up to you. Let the sun god decide. You know what I mean? I know what I believe. You get me? All right. Another little false thing is that in India, they said that only men can take Khandika Amrit, and you know, some Jatha they give Karpan Amrit to women because they're saying Khanda's masculine and Karpan's feminine. Do you know what I mean? That's like discriminate. Sikh is totally against discrimination, and like there's only one method to make Amrit, and anyone takes Amrit becomes Khalsa, Kalpurki, Forge, and every man and woman both have the right. There's no such thing as masculine and feminine in Sikhi, you know what I mean? You're either Khalsa or you're not, do you know what I mean? So the Khanda's got a deep meaning as well. Do you know what I mean? You can see the pictures, the original Khanda that made the original Amrit in 1699, you know what I mean? So like, you know, it's very silly because, you know, if we say when a Singh takes Amrit with a Khanda and becomes part of the Khalsa, why don't we say when a Singhani takes Amrit with a Kripan, why ain't she part of the Khalsi? Why is she still part of the Khalsa? Do we ignore the feminine and masculine sayings then? Do you know what I mean? So how stupid is this ideology, you get me? And plus Aretam says to drink Piva Paul Khande Tal Hoy Janam Swella, to drink the brody nectar of the Khanda, yeah, is the primary instruction. Drink the Amrit of the Khanda, double-edged sword, and then your life should become blessed by Gurdas Ji, a scribe of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. It doesn't say drink the Amrit of the Kirpan. Do you know what I mean? So that's Guru Gobind Singh Ji giving instructions to his Sikhs to drink the Amrit of the Khanda. How dare we change that? You know what I mean? It might seem a minor thing to some people. They might say his weapon's a weapon, but Maharaj gave the Khanda for a reason. Maharaj gave us these instructions for a reason. Who are we, us lowlifes, to go against Maharaj's hukam? Do you know what I mean? So all these false things that are coming into Sikhi, you all need to make a stand and try to, you know, stamp them out somehow. So the form of the Panch Pyare, 5 beloved ones. It's very important to us, when Guruji asked for a head, did not ask for a female or male, he asked for a head of a Sikh. Five men came forward. Guruji didn't say I want 5 men's heads, so it's the weakness of the women at the time that no women came forward, you know what I mean? It's not the Singh's fault. So a lot of people started arguing that, you know, why can't women be part of the Panch Pyare? But it's Panch Pyare, not Panch Pyariya or something, you know what I mean? Like if you look at it, we're gonna look a bit deep into it, you know what I mean? So Guruji didn't ask for a head of a man, so it can't be discrimination. There's no inequality because Guruji asked for one head. If Guruji had inequality in him, he'd ask for a man's head, you know what I mean? So there's nothing to do with inequality or discrimination against gender, you get me? 5 men got up, they became Singhs. Guruji told 5 Singhs, 5 Singhs became the form. So 5 males took on the form of 5 Singhs, and 5 Singhs became the rightful owners to distribute Amrit, you get me? So it's nothing to do, it's not nothing to do with the weakness of women today. That's just how it went down. Just as how things went down, that's just how things got down, and that's just how things are gonna stay. You get me? Because if you read Retanam and you read, like, you know, Parshai Dasviya Kirti Bilas Parshai Dasviya, it says Maharaj is given clear instructions: offer your head and take Amrit by 5 Singhs. It distinctly says 5 Singhs. It doesn't say no cause, you know what I mean? So it says, like, you know, Singhs. And plus Maya Pag was the personal bodyguard of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. She was very Jardikla. If Guru Gobind Singh Ji allowed Singhania to be in the Panch Pyare, in her history she definitely would have been there, because she was the closest bodyguard, you know what I mean? She was the one that encouraged Charlie Mukte to redeem himself, do you know what I mean? So, like, you know, a lot of people have gone onto his flex, yeah, that, oh, Sikhi doesn't discriminate against gender, that we should allow women into the Panch. But the Panch Singh thing has got nothing to do with discrimination. It's just how events went down. And again, the Guruji saying Panth Singhs, go off your head to Panth Singhs. If you wanted cause, he would say Singhs and cause, or 4 Singhs and 1 core, or 2.5 Singhs, 2.5 cores. Do you know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean, it's Panch Pyare and not 4 Pyare and 1 Pyare, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes down, do you know what I mean? So like, that's just the way it is, man. And who are we to change what the Guru's commands are? Again, do you know what I mean? If Guruji want it to be like that, it's gonna be like that, do you know what I mean? So we're just bringing our own manmut into stuff, you know what I mean? Gurumut is Panth Singhs, do you know what I mean? And it's that for a reason, and sometimes we might try to explain everything through, you know, our little mere capability of our brains, but sometimes it don't go down like that, you get me? There's deeper meanings to things. So here you say Panth Singh, and you have 3 Panch Pyare and 2 Pyare, but you have Panch Pyare there. I'm like for the Panch Pyare, you know what I mean? When I see the 3 Pyare and 2 Pyare, it doesn't look right to me. There's total different forms. The form of Panth Singh is the form of Panth Singh, you get me? So like, you know what I mean, all these Western Sikhs that are coming into Sikhi, fair enough, they're coming into Sikhi, you get me? But if they're gonna bring the like Western values into Sikhi and distort the Khalsa tradition, distort real Gurumat values, then you know what I mean, I'd rather not have them into Sikhi, to tell you the truth, you know what I mean? But that's just my personal view, you know what I mean? I'd rather have quality than quantity, you know what I mean? Rather have less Sikhs in the world, but ones that are following the traditions properly, not ones that are bring their own little diluted thinking into Sikhi, you hear what I'm saying? So we look at the mission of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. In Vajita Natak in Dasan Granth, Guru Gobind Singh Ji says this, you get me? The divine Guru sent me for the sake of righteousness. On this account I have come into the world to extend the faith error and to destroy the sinful evildoers. Understand this in your souls, holy beings. I assumed birth for the purpose of spreading faith, saving the saints and destroying tyrants. So this was Guru Gobind Singh's mission. This is why he created the caste of Panth, and this is our mission. Once you take Amrit, you got the same mission as Guru Gobind Singh, because Guru Gobind Singh was our general, you get me? You know what I mean? I know all these other people join other forces of the world, like other armies and other police forces and stuff, and John Smith is general, but Guru Gobind Singh's my general, you get me? So the power of Amrit, Maharaj said, only then shall I be called Gobind Singh when I make the sparrows hunt down the hawk and a single Sikh confront a legion. And it came true. The original Vasaki, a sparrow took a drop of Amrit, and when the hawk came to hunt down sparrow, the sparrow killed the hawk, you get me? And at Jamkorsai battle, when sheathed by San Singh Ji came out, he faced a whole legion by himself. So you know what I mean, that's the power of Amrit, you get me? It gives Jiriyan the power, the courage and the Shakti to fight hawks, you get me? And it gives one man the power, the Shakti, the courage to fight thousands and thousands, you get me? And this is like a little history thing from like what some Muslims used to say about the Singhs at the times, you know what I mean? So in 1739, Nader Shah came from Afghanistan to invade, plunder and loot the land of India. As the army entered through Punjab, the Sikhs would attack the armies at night time. The Sikhs would raid their looted wealth and riches. The Sikhs would free their innocent Hindu sisters and mothers and return them to their respective homes. Nader Shah asked Zakaria Khan, who was a very hostile person towards Sikhs, the governor of Punjab, about the Sikhs. Who are these people who dare to attack my soldiers and plunder me? He asked. Zakaria Khan replied, these are the followers of a man called Guru Nanak. Their homes are their saddles, and they visit their holy shrine in the middle of the night, only to disappear before the first light of day. Nader Shah asked, what gives them the strength to dare challenge me and my large armies? Zakaria Khan replied, their Guru has given them Amrit, the nectar of mortality. During drinking this, they become fearless of death. Nader Shah said, how do you know this? Zakaria Khan replied, those people used to walk past me with their head down. I would say Salam. Those same people after taking Amrit still walk past me, but now they don't hold their head down, nor do they say Salam. Instead they walk past, look into my eyes. You are the one king, but they are all kings. Get me? Such is the power of Amrit. If an old man takes Amrit, he becomes fearless of death, like Baba Deep Singh, who at the age of 75 died fighting with his head on his hand. If a young child takes Amrit, he becomes fearless of death, like Sahibjad Baba Zorawar Singh, who at the age of 8 didn't lower his turban to Wazir Khan and instead was bricked alive with his younger brother aged 5, Sahibjad Baba Fateh Singh Ji. You get me? If a woman takes Amrit, she becomes fearless of death, like Mata Parkour, who led 46 into victory against the army of thousands. Would you stay in Nirgura without a Guru till you die? Or would you like to take the spiritual life-giving gift of Khande Ki Paul, Amrit of the double-edged sword, and become the Sikhs of Guru, declaring alliance for solely Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji and Guru Khalsa Panth? Have you felt the power? We're going to look at the character of a Sun spy, of one of Guruji's Sun spy soldiers, you get me? Bhai Nandlalji was a close scribe of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and he writes in his writings that this is the true character of a Khalsa. They are Khalsa who give up slander, so Khalsa doesn't make up no rumours, lies or about someone just to bring them down. Do you know what I mean? They are Khalsa that fight at the front line. A Khalsa in battle never stays behind. A Khalsa is not a coward, you get me? Wherever there's injustice, Khalsa should be there, straight. They are Khalsa destroy the 5 passions: lust, ego, attachment, anger. So through Naam, Simran, Bani, Nityanem, Amritwele, you know, through living the Shabbat, you get me? Living the Gurbani of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, of burning rage of them 5 dark desires is cooled down, and hopefully one will become one with God, Jivan Mukt. And only one that's been Jivan Mukt is a true Khalsa, you get me? They are Khalsa who burn the past Karam. So by doing Bani, all our past misdeeds have been burnt. The slate has been wiped clean, do you get me? We're back at zero, we're not in debt no more, you get me? They are Khalsa who have no ego, you get me? Khalsa doesn't think he's a bad man. A Khalsa just be humble and does what he's got to do, you get me? They are Khalsa who do not commit adultery. So Khalsa does not sleep around with other after marriage, or does not sleep around before marriage. A Khalsa has principles and morals and commits in marriage in front of Sangha, then starts his family life or her family life. They are Khalsa who do not steal. So Khalsa does not take what belongs to others, you get me? Khalsa doesn't do a skank on anyone. Khalsa does not commit credit card frauds and stuff like that. They are Khalsa who absorb in the Lord's name. So they are Khalsa who do the Nityam, do the Amritwala. They are Khalsa who's in love with God through Rabdana, you get me? Naam japte, naam abhyas karte, bhajan karte, you get me? They are Khalsa who are devoted to the word of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So Khalsa only believes Guru Granth Sahib Ji as the Guru. Khalsa doesn't believe in fake Babbe cults. Khalsa doesn't do stupid rituals. So Khalsa only believes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji and goes by the hukums of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They are Khalsa see the creation of the one Lord. So they are Khalsa see Ekam God, the light of Waheguru in everyone and every creature. That's why Khalsa doesn't eat meat. That's why the Khalsa doesn't kill innocent animals. That's why the Khalsa is not racist. That's why the Khalsa doesn't believe in caste. Get me? Khalsa sees Waheguru in everyone. There's no point in doing Ekam God, Barney, reading Ekam God Barney every day in Nityanem and then being racist. You get me? All these old people, a lot of these old people, they read Ekam God so many times a day for 25 years, but then they're still racist, you get me? So Khalsa's not that. A Khalsa is one who sees God in everybody. They're Khalsa who help the poor and oppressed. So Khalsa gives to charity, Khalsa helps the greedy. Khalsa always provides shelter for the shelterless. Khalsa always gives food to the hungry. Get me? Khalsa helps the oppressed. So Khalsa helps people that are being victimized. Khalsa helps people that are being bullied, you get me? So those who terrorize the innocent peoples will be destroyed by the wolf of God. They are Khalsa who destroy the oppressors. So Khalsa destroys people like, you know, that commit injustice, like Indira Gandhi tried to attack Sikhi, she got dealt with by the Khalsa. You know what I mean? There's so many other people that try to destroy Sikhi, try to attack God, the form of God on this earth, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and they got dealt with by the Khalsa. They Khalsa attack the wicked people. So Khalsa attack all the thugs, the bullies, and all these hard-headed evildoers of the world, you get me, like Hitler and stuff like that. They are Khalsa who so merged with the Supreme Lord Waheguru. So they are Khalsa who jump an arm, yeah, who become so pure that they become like God, and the soul goes back to God like a raindrop in the ocean, you get me? They are Khalsa who keep a warhorse and is ever ready for battle. So Khalsa is ever ready for battle. Khalsa keeps trusted. A Khalsa keeps warhorse, whether it's a bicycle, mountain bike, whether it's a car, whether it's a motorcycle. Khalsa keeps some form of transport where he can go, or she can go quickly to a scene of battle and defend the Guru Gurukas and defend justice everywhere, you get me? They are Khalsa who bear weapons and destroy the evildoers. So they are Khalsa who shastadari hunde, really tikhiyan karpan narkaponde, you know what I mean? They are Khalsa who's ever ready, you get me? So that's what Guruji described as his Khalsa, you know what I mean? So that's the Khalsa, you get me? And look how far we are from all that, you know what I mean? But yet we walk around the spires with meaty beady krapans, big damalle, and khande coming out of the malle and think we're all lit, you know what I mean? When we're not in an ounce of what the Khalsa is meant to be. So the following is a translation from Sabra Granth, rhymes of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. This Shabbat by Guru Gobind Singh Ji and shows how much love Guru Gobind Singh Ji had for the Khalsa, the true Khalsa, like Brahm Gyani Sant Chanel Singh Ji, you get me? He was a true Khalsa, stood for Sikhi and done everything for Sikhi, you get me? And he sacrificed everything for Sikhi and made the Khalsa forge, you know, take note of the times and what was happening at the times. So the Khalsa is my complete image. I dwell in the Khalsa. The Khalsa is my chief organ. I am always with the Khalsa. Khalsa is my closest friend. Khalsa is my mother, father, and source of all comforts. Khalsa is my caste and creed. My creation is through the Khalsa. I dwell in the Khalsa, who is a storehouse for all my requirements. I am honored because of the Khalsa. Khalsa is my body and breath. Khalsa is my life and soul. Khalsa is my fully fledged guru. Khalsa is my wisdom and knowledge. I always contemplate the Khalsa, pray fully. Ecology of the Khalsa is beyond me. I cannot pronounce full praise of the Khalsa with one tongue. I certify that I have not misstated anything in the foregoing. God and Guru Nanak are my witness to endorse the foregoing saying. Jap Naam Bhakti, develop Biras might Shakti and play your role in the Khalsa army. जब लग खासा रे नारा तब लग दीज देओ मैं सारा जब गए के ब्रिटम की रीत मैं न करो इनकी प्रतीत शेर गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी Sarburgan. As long as the Khalsa remain distinct, I will give them my full support and glory. But if they follow empty riches, I will not help them. You get me? So Maharaj is saying that, you know, when we're doing all these rakri, doing all these, you know, false rituals that we're aiming to do, like, you know, tying black target to our cars, not washing our hair on Thursdays because we think we're going to get bad luck. You get me? The Khalsa believes in God and only fears God and doesn't do all these false rituals. If we remain distinct, yeah, Maharaj will be looking down on us properly. But if we be false and tie stupid little strings to Maharaj Tabya or do madness, yeah, the Maharaj ain't going to be with us because we've gone away from the distinct way of the Sikh way of life, you know what I mean? So we are distinct. So as a Sikh we should remain distinct. What makes us distinct, yeah, from like what's going on around us these days, especially the youth them out there, you get me? This is what's going on, yeah. So as a Sikh we may see and hear of our friends and family having boyfriends, girlfriends, having sex before marriage, yeah, but we must remain distinct. As Guruji said, without having anandkars, those who have sexual relationships, listen, O Sikh, the Guru states he is not my Sikh. So that's Guru Gobind Singh saying that if you have a sexual relationship outside of marriage, where it's just like holding hands or kissing, anything sexual with another person, the opposite sex, yeah, Maharaj, the Amrit breaks, you know what I mean? So our friends may go KFC and eat chicken, wear a baseball hat and take all types of drugs, but a Sikh must stay vegetarian, drug free and wear a turban. Because Retanama says, and Gurbani tells us against all the things, but Retanama says meat, opium, drugs and tobacco, ganja, wearing hats, another woman and alcohol. He who never even gazes at these evil, recognize them as my disciplined Singh. Do you know what I mean? A Singh was a star, you get me? A Singh doesn't eat meat, a Singh doesn't take drugs, a Singh doesn't take tobacco, you get me? A Singh doesn't wear a hat, do you know what I mean? A Singh doesn't cheat with women, you get me? A Singh doesn't drink alcohol, you get me? A Singh, yeah, that lives a righteous and pure life, do you know what I mean? That's how what makes us distinct, you hear what I'm saying? As your friends earn money by credit cards for selling intoxicants or whatever corrupt deeds they do, you must have respect for honest job and give to charity, you get me? So Maharaj is saying that, you know, this one that they'll work hard, work honestly, don't hurt nobody, you get me? Don't do corrupt things for your money, you know what I'm saying? Those who do not give 1/10 of their earning to the Guru and earn a living of deceit and corruption, listen carefully, Nandlal, as Guru Gobind Singh speaks, they will suffer thousands of hells at death. Adultery, gambling, dishonesty, stealing intoxicants, these are the 5 sins of the world which the Singh abandons. Get me? This is what makes us distinct, man. Everybody knows what they're doing right, everybody knows what to do wrong. If you're doing wrong, fix up, deal with it, because, get me, that's not our way. We've got the Sahibjada's blood in us. Let's make the Sahibjada proud, you get me? We're the younger brothers and sisters out here, you know what I'm saying? So like I said before, Amrit is essential. Guru Gobind Singh just took Amrit. I don't know why people think they don't need to take Amrit these days, you hear what I'm saying? But we're going to look at a few more things, you get me? So to drink, like again, the primary instruction is to drink Amrit, yeah? Marjan said, off your head and take Amrit by 5 Singhs. Marjan kills it. Those who keep their hair but do not get initiated are faithless sinners. They will never receive my blessings. There's no point keeping your hair if you're not going to take Amrit. You're keeping your hair as a stage. Keep your hair for a bit and practice your hair, practice Sikhi, but work your way to Amrit. Don't just keep your hair and think that's good enough, you get me? You've got to take Amrit, and our aim in life is to take Amrit, read Bani and try to get one with God. We might not all get to God because only 1 in a million gets to God, but our aim is to try, you get me? This battle in Kaljog is not easy, you get me? It's really hard. It is really hard to get to God because there's so much temptation. The 5 energies are so powerful and they're always with us, but we've got to try. The instructions will be there. If we follow the instructions, we will succeed. But the battle is following the instructions because the mind always leads us way into negative paths, you hear what I'm saying? So Amrit is really essential, man, and all the Sangha that hasn't took Amrit, they need to start thinking about that, and one day hopefully they will take Amrit, you get what I'm saying? So Maharaj said, without Amrit, yeah, you're just a sheep and a beard bakri, you get me? You're a coward, you get me? But with Amrit, you're a lion. With Shastra, you're a lion, you get me? By meaning lion, that no one can just attack a lion. Lion is king of the jungle. Look at that Singh there, Shastra. Who's gonna start on that Singh? Nobody. Or they're gonna think twice, you get me? Or the Singh's not gonna just get slapped up, you get me? The Singh's gonna die with a fight, even if he does get shaheed, you know what I mean? But if you're like, without Shastra and Chaos, you're like a bakri. Even one sheepdog can like command 60 sheeps, you get me? I can pull that little sheep here from its ear and it'll go bam, bam, and run away, you know what I mean? I can make the sheep do what I want it to do, you get me? Just like that man, if I was a thief, he'd be an ideal target, you get me? Would I mug him, you get me? I'd easily mug him, you get me? But I wouldn't mug that Singh, you hear what I'm saying? So, let's look at the spirit of the Khalsa, you get me? Guru Gobind Singh Ji was staying at Anandpur and the Sikhs used to visit the place from time to time. There were no good roads in those times and people used to travel on horseback or on foot in small parties, Amritaris and non-Amritaris. It so happened that a group of people from Majha, Central Punjab, set out for a visit to Anandpur. There were some children and young ladies in this party. One of the young Singh who was on horseback strayed away ahead of the party. She did not wait and soon she was about a mile ahead of the others. Suddenly some robbers appeared and demanded all the money and gold that she had on her. She was distressed but soon took courage. She told the robbers that it was very wicked of them to rob her when she was going to visit the Guru at Anandpur. But the robbers only became angry and threatened her. She took out her purse and threw it down near the robbers. She sat firmly in the saddle and soon one of the robbers bent down to pick up the purse. She drew a sword and killed him. The rest of the robbers ran away in panic. When her companions arrived at the scene of the attack, they were horrified to see a dead man. The brave lady told them the whole story. The party did not agree as to the proper conduct of the woman. Some said that it was unladylike for a woman to fight against men. Others said it was entirely against the tradition and ancient religions. But there were others who had caught the revolutionary spirit of the times. They praised her for her bravery in fighting these evil men. A day later, the party arrived at Anandpur. The news of this incident spread quickly. A controversy arose over the role of the young lady. How should a Sikh lady act in the times of danger to her life and honour, was the question. There was a great difference of opinion. When the question was referred to the Guru in the Sangha, the Holy Congregation, he praised the brave action of his daughter and asked her to appear before the congregation. There were loud cheers when the Guru said, "Dear daughter, you have acted in the right way. You are really brave. I am pleased at your conduct. I wish all the Sikh ladies would follow your shining example." The young lady bowed and accepted the Guru's blessing. The Guru then addressed the Sangat. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
बेनती करांगा छको जिथों मर्जी अमृत असीं किसी नूं कोई ग्राहदे नहीं इस जत्थे तो छकना इत्थों छको पंजा तख्तां तो जिथों मर्जी छको किसी संप्रदाय तो हो तो छक लो पर प्यारे इन्ना ख्याल जरूर रखो कि अमृत पंज बाणियां घट तो घट पढ़न वाले होण जिहड़े पंजा प्यारे ते लगण राजा वाले पुत्रां दे दानी ने जिस वेले अमृत लिया पंजा प्यारिਆਂ तो उस वेले बड़ा भारी वड्डा वचन कीता सी एक ऐसे भाई दयाल सिंह अमृत देवो महाराज ने दयाल सिंह कहेगा सतगुरु जी मुफ्त नहीं मिलिया महाराज सच्चे पातशाह जी सिर दे के असा अमृत लिया है कृपा करके आप जी दसो सानू अमृत वट्टे की देवोगे तो सरबंस दानी ने महाराज ने कहा सी भाई दयाल सिंह तुसा थावां थावां तो आके पंजां दे सिर दिते है तुसी सानू अमृत देवो असी अमृत वट्टे सारा परिवार तुहाडे तो कुर्बान कर देंगे एडा वड्डा बचन दे के अमृत लिया है।
अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो रंग तमाशा पूरन आसा रंग तमाशा पूरन आसा कबै न व्यापै चिंता अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो जिस सिमरत सब किल विख नाथ स्त्री होए उधारो। जिस सिमरत सब किल विख नाथ स्त्री होए उधारो। सो हर हर तुम सद ही जापो। सो हर हर तुम सद ही जापो, जाका अंत न पारो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। पूता माता की आशीष, माता की आशीष। पूता माता की आशीष, माता की आशीष। निमक न बिसरो तुमको हर हर। निमक न बिसरो तुमको हर हर। सदा पजो जगदीश। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। सतगुर तुमको होए दयाला, संत संग तेरी प्रीत। सतगुर तुमको होए दयाला, संत संग तेरी प्रीत। कापड़ पथ परमेश्वर राखी। कापड़ पथ परमेश्वर राखी। भोजन कीर्तन नीत। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। पवर तुम्हारा एह मन हो हर चरना हो कौला। पवर तुम्हारा एह मन हो हर चरना हो कौला। नानक दास उन संग लपटायो। नानक दास उन संग लपटायो। जियो बूंदा चात्रिक मौला। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। 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 अमृत पीवो सदा चिर जीवो। अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो, अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो। हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता, हर सिमरत आनंद अनंता, अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो, अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो, अमृत पीवो सदा चीर जीवो, अमृत पीवो सदा चीर